The ideas about making newsletters interesting and readable are grouped in different categories viz. Employee newsletter, company newsletter and school newsletter. A newsletter is defined as publication which includes leaflets, newspapers and such media which conveys information about an organization, institute or any other entity. The newsletters are similar to magazines in many aspects. The difference, however, is that newsletters are associated with organizations/entities. Readers can avail information about these organizations on a regular basis through newsletters. These publications are delivered to readers either by post/internet on a daily, weekly, monthly or quarterly basis. Let us have a look at the different ideas that can be used for newsletters. Ideas for newsletter. Coming up with newsletter ideas can be challenging at times. Writing something interesting or thought-provoking is not always possible due to the monotony that creeps in. In such cases, editors of newsletters should look to innovative and employ new ideas. One thing to be kept in mind is that readers get attracted only to something substantial and useful data/information presented to them. Employee newsletter. Issuing an employee newsletter on a regular basis can be a nice way to share important information within the organization. There are many things that one can include in such newsletters. Few of these ideas are presented below. Presenting profiles of employees is one of the interesting ideas to be considered. Accomplishments of the employees, challenges they face and many such things can be included in employee profiles. In every new issue of the newsletter, working of one of the departments can be discussed. Generally, people don't know much about what is going on in other departments. Lots of pictures along with information about the functioning of the department should attract readers. One can think about educating employees on matters related to stock price. An average employee is not aware, or probably, knowledgeable of the relation between company performance and its impact on stock prices. Thus, newsletters can start educating employees about such things. Technology upgrades carried out in the company, and many such news pieces can be collected. Meetings held in the company can be a good source of obtaining information. Company newsletter. A company newsletter need to be presented in a simple format. There is very limited scope to talk about unimportant things in a company newsletter. The content need to be compact as well as provide the necessary information in a crisp form. Few basic things to consider for a company newsletter are presented below. Information about the departments of a company should be presented. Most of today's company newsletters are posted on the internet. It is necessary to update the information so that it reflects the changes. Information about the latest happenings should also be updated on the website. Presenting content objectively is important. In this manner, necessary information can be provided without hyping it. Title or headline used in the newsletters need to be such that it grabs readers' attention. Writing content just for the sake of impressing readers won't work for a long time. The language being used need to be simple and most importantly conversational. One can also avoid using technical and big words. School newsletter. Few of the basic thing like presenting information about the institute, providing current news, etc. remains the same for most of the newsletters. However, one can try out the following ideas to make school newsletters interesting to read. Allowing students to contribute in generating content is the first big step that one can take to create an interesting and readable newsletter. Choosing a suitable template for these newsletters should help enhance their appearance. Incorporating images/photos that are relevant to the content should make the articles interesting. Writing articles is one of the most important tasks involved in the creation of a newsletter. The important articles, or those which act to be the face of newsletters, should be written by the core group/team. Rest of the material can be collected from other students. Inviting guest authors to write something for school newsletters can attract more readers. It is not always possible to obtain content from accomplished writers. However, articles from prominent authors can raise the level and standard to a great extent. The different newsletter ideas presented in this article should prove to be useful for enhancing the layout and making the content worth reading. Newsletter is a medium through which one can communicate to a large audience. It is therefore necessary to be careful while creating content and editing each and every detail.